This is the People's Palace of Libya. Built last century, it was home to King Idris until he was deposed by Muammar Gaddafi in 1969. It was then transformed into a national library. Most recently, it served as Gaddafi's son Moatessem's semi-private showcase of Libyan history, mostly meant to impress outsiders. We aren't the type of outsiders who would have been allowed in before the current uprising, but due to circumstances, we were afforded a private tour. This museum was closed to the public. Libyans and tourists couldn't come here. It was a place for special visitors, for diplomats. In terms of world collections, this one isn't extraordinary. The opulence here is in the architecture. Stained glass overheads, marble columns, mosaic tilings, and traditional tapestries. Collection rooms provide a Gaddafi family tailor-made historical glimpse of Libya. There's ethnic handiwork from rural areas, and Roman-era marble and stone sculptures and busts. There's a future projects room with impressive designs boasting renewable energy and bioarchitecture. But sun-drenched Libya doesn't have solar energy or even an efficient waste removal system. This was clearly here to impress the guests. And there's the key controversial section. This is the Green Book room. Visitors would come here to get an audio-visual explanation of the Green Book, which was the pillar, authored by Muammar Gaddafi, of his social, economic, and political alternative ideas for society, alternatives to capitalism and communism. One small room houses Neolithic tools and artifacts from regions of Libya named by UNESCO as World Heritage Sites, which is why Moatessem Ghadafy, who built his office and national security compound on the grounds, hid out here with his officers during recent NATO bombing campaigns. He knew NATO wouldn't hit the palace. Holed up inside, he monitored via security systems. But he and his men eventually fled, leaving behind their belongings. When this special brigade soldier entered the compound, he was issued a warning.
We found 3 bombs here inside the museum. It was in the case for the air condition. That information comes from one who works with the Moatessem here inside the museum.
Now the palace grounds are secure, and beyond this gate, the NTC military has housed its headquarters. Perhaps in the future, when the situation stabilizes, it will become the People's Palace once again. Until then, the gates remain closed to the public. Stephanie Fried, CCTV, Tripoli.